Hey, I'm El Gusto.
I'm Luke Dubs.
We're Hermitude.
And you're watching the AU Review.
Kapow.
Well, welcome to Lollapalooza.
Cheers.
You're
you.
about 2 hours away from hitting the stage. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Pretty psyched. We're slightly jet lagged, but we're gonna kind of pull out the usual miracles that we do before we go on stage, and I'm sure we'll be jumping around like crazy.
How did Osheaga go yesterday?
It was awesome, actually.
Huge.
Yeah, we had an amazing crowd. Just really great vibes. People jumping around, having a good time, and the festival itself was really beautiful in a beautiful spot. So it was a really nice first stop on the trip.
And it sounded like a bit of an adventure getting there, right?
It certainly was.
Yes, we had several delayed flights, and we ended up having to drive 10 hours to make the show.
Yeah, we drove from Detroit to Montreal, basically, which is about a 10-hour drive. So.
After like a 20-hour flight, we drove for like 10 hours, so it was brutal.
That's a long,
But all the more rewarding when we got there.
And the set went well. All was a great time.
And we can just tell this incredible story over and over again.
It's incredible.
So this year really seems like such a defining year for you guys. This big international tour over to North America, which started with South by the beginning of the year, releasing the record. You're playing the biggest venues you've ever played in Australia in November, Horton Pavilion, Festival Hall. Talk me through how you're feeling about this year. I mean, it's just flight delays aside, it's pretty fucking amazing.
Feels pretty bloody good, to be honest. Yeah, it's just been, it's been an amazing run, you put all your effort and, heart into your piece of art that you're trying to finish and perfect and stuff, and then you release it and you give it over to the public, basically, and you're like, what do you think? And luckily, people seem to be liking it, so, it's feeling pretty special at the moment.
I had one of those moments on stage yesterday while we were playing at Osheaga, and I kind of just looked out over the crowd, and there was, a few thousand people. I was just like, holy shit, we're in Montreal, like, smashing it. So it's like, that kind of sums up, like, how it's feeling. It's just like, you have to pinch yourself every now and then. It's just, like, ridiculous how amazing this year has been.
And we're almost 3 months into the album cycle. It's hard to believe it's already been almost 3 months since the album was released.
Wow, that's crazy.
But you mentioned the great reception for the record. How are you feeling about it 3 months in?
Yeah, I feel good. Like, it went to #1, which was an amazing experience. Like, as an artist, you're never quite sure whether that will ever happen to you. So that was really cool. And 3 months in, it still feels pretty good.
One should be feeling pretty good for a while, I reckon.
Yeah. It's a great feeling.
But are you already kind of looking forward and thinking about what you're going to do next?
Definitely have thought about that now. Like, I guess you have time to think about that stuff after the initial, release and things start happening. And then you kind of like, oh, now we've got a clean slate. What are we going to do? So we've kind of just been writing a few little ideas here and there on planes and in between gigs and life.
The exciting thing is as well that Dark Night Sweet Light doesn't come out in America till the 28th of August, so it's kind of like we can experience the whole fresh album drop all over again.
And are you going to be over here when that happens? Because I know that there are quite a few dates still to come.
Yeah, I think we're going to come over shortly afterwards.
Before the Australian dates?
After the record comes out here, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You've got another festival tomorrow in LA, Hard Festival.
Yeah.
And so this is by any standard, this is a pretty hectic weekend.
This
really
is a hectic bloody weekend, mate.
It's been crazy. So much traveling and so little sleep and
somehow
so many festivals. It's really fun, but also kind of you're just constantly on the move.
It's like, great, we're in Chicago, and we're gonna go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
we have no hotel in Chicago. We're
flying straight to LA.
Flew in this morning and then flying out after the gig. So
well, hopefully there's no further flight delays.
Yeah.
Totally.
Fingers crossed
There almost
for that.
was another one this morning where we were sitting around on the tarmac for ages and we're like, oh no, it's happening again, but then it was okay.
I hope you're documenting all this. I think this is going to make for a very interesting
Absolutely.
Australian story for the ABC.
Yeah. This is your life, Hermitude.
Sitting around in airports.
That's where the magic happens, though. It's you know, who knows what magic material will be like. Hey, I haven't slept in 3 days.
Yeah.
This is the best song you've ever come up with.
Exactly.
You never know.
Yeah, those
That's the
things
beauty
happen.
of it.
Yeah.
After the festival in LA, you spent a little bit of time there before you come back to Australia.
Yeah, we've got a week in LA. We're doing some more writing sessions, and yeah, we're doing also a Splash House, which is in Palm Springs, like this a festival in a hotel around a pool. So that sounds pretty fun.
Hopefully we get a quick dip. It's hot there.
Yeah.
It's going to be so hot down there.
40-something degrees.
Totally. It's going to be
Holy.
fully roasting. So yeah, I think maybe we can play the set from inside the pool. We'll have to talk to the production team about that one.
Can you just waterproof everything?
We can just
It's
put
not
like
electrical shock.
the turntables on Lilos or something. It's like
There's an interesting concept video in that.
that's true. There is.
I hope you guys have the best time. Power through the jet lag,
We're powering.
and we'll see you out there in a couple of hours.
Cool, man. Thanks for having us.
Thanks a lot, bro.